Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Now you had, I gotta bring this up. You had one of probably the greatest things that can happen to somebody.
I know what you're going to talk about.
And that is that a black person gave you a compliment.
Not just any compliment.
Yeah.
The compliment.
Yeah.
You know what he said to me?
There's like a 10 commandments basically of black compliments, and they are all amazing. Go ahead. What did he say to you?
Okay, so this made my day. It was in the morning after shows. I was wearing, and might I add, it was a great outfit. May I run you through it?
Yeah.
Okay, my Burberry slacks that I travel in. Okay, so I got that cool check, a cool black top, a beautiful black jacket, and then a nice cap, gray. Mm-hmm. All right. I look fucking on fleek. I have my glasses on. I look like $1 million. The guy comes, the door guy, black door guy, he goes, "Girl, you got some swag." And I was like, "That's what's up. I know. Thank you." And he's like, "That's a good thing. That's what the kids say." I'm like, "Oh, I know it's a good thing." But it made my day. Like, I thought about that compliment for hours. Like, when a black person tells you you've got swag.
Yeah. I mean, black compliments are so much better.
So much better.
And there's things that you can get complimented in from a black person that just are like, it doesn't compare. I mean, black compliment on your fashion is huge.
It's the best.
You leave that day, you're like, I'm doing everything right.
I'm doing everything right. Because here's why. Generally, I will say, I mean, if I may make the observation, black people are very fashionable.
Well, yeah. I mean, certainly like the sense of fashion that is unique and that that stands out. And, you know, they're style setters. Like, black culture sets style standards, and
1,000%.
all of us kind of go like, okay, yeah, is that cool? Okay, cool. You know, so like the list of write these down, okay?
The 10 commandments? Yeah,
these are like the coolest black compliments. One is for sure, I mean, this is not in the right order yet, but I'm saying.
Are we going to order them later?
We'll order them later.
Okay.
One is your fashion,
okay.
How you're dressed.
Let's talk about your shoes. If you get...
Oh my God. That is another level though. What you're wearing is one thing. Your shoes being complimented by a black person is above your clothes.
Ridiculous.
For sure. Yeah. Shoes. Another one, like for us, it happens, and let me tell you something. It never gets old. And that is a black person telling you that you're funny.
But that's the best compliment in the world.
It's pretty much like the apex. I still remember some black compliments after shows that are burned into my memory.
Really? Tell me them.
One was, I was leaving the Miami Improv, which is a notoriously tough club to work.
Yes.
In Coconut Grove. And it was tough. It really was. But meaning, like, you know, they papered the room. It was, they didn't police the room. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to listen to your show.
It was wild.
You had to wrangle that audience. And it was like Colombians and Haitians and just like a mix of people.
And not only that, sorry to interrupt, but a language barrier. A lot
Sometimes,
of them often didn't speak English as a first language. So
some
you're
of
dealing
them
with
didn't.
that.
Yeah. It was wild. And I remember I had this set where it was a wild set. And it went well. I killed. And I'm out there selling something. I'm hawking something at the time. I think it was my first CD. Thrilled. And this dude came out, and he was eating a Caesar, like a chicken wrap. And as he was eating, he was a black dude, probably like in his 40s. And he was eating. Some of it was falling out of his mouth. And he was like, "Hey, man." And I was like, "Hey." And he had a guy with him who was younger, and his arm was around him. He'd clearly been drinking, the guy that was eating.
Sure.
He's like, "You a funny motherfucker, man." And I was like,
it filled your heart.
Yeah, food came out of his mouth, and the guy was like, "All right, man." He's like, "No," he's like, "You're gonna be something, man. You're gonna be a star." And I was like,
wow.
"Thank you, sir." 100 white people could give me a similar compliment. I'd be like,
"Doesn't matter.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here."
The black guy compliment was like
1,000%.
The other one is
1,000%.
This might be the.
Can I say? Sorry, but also a black approval. When I see black people in the audience, and I'm telling jokes, and I see the black people laughing, it warms my heart.
It's different.
Like, that one is like I'm working for them.
You can feel like the rest of the room is like,
don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah.
And then you see a black face, and you're like, okay, this
they're
is
laughing.
good.
This is doing good. Yeah.
Black person's approval of your musical choices.
That's huge. That never happens to me.
Big one.
Never happens to me. Very rare. Very rare.
Black person telling you dance. You have good dance
That's
moves.
impossible for me too.
Incredible.
Have you had black approval on your dance
Yeah.
moves?
Everything I'm listing here I've had. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but I mean, some of it, it's
Wow.
been a long time, but yeah, it's like, now here's the ultimate
Wow.
one for me.
Wow.
As a kid that grew up doing these things,
Yeah.
nothing compares to black approval of your athletic prowess.
I bet. Yeah.
When you're picking teams in like middle school and high school,
Oh, that's right.
and like a black kid picks you for your team, you're like, I remember, see,
The belle of the ball. Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, like I'm the top pick of the litter.
Oh yeah, you feel like
It's so true.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You're like, I guess I'm homecoming king.
So true.
I remember, I can remember this. So I played. This will make people laugh. But I used to play a lot of basketball, and I remember playing in college, the pickup game in the gym. They got like, it was a pretty competitive game because it was a lot of football players playing basketball. So it was like off-season stuff.
Football players. Okay, right.
You know what I mean? So like they're on the collegiate football team. They're playing pickup
Jeez.
basketball.
Okay.
So they're big guys and they're athletic guys. They're just not basketball players on the basketball team.
Gotcha.
Right? So, but I mean, it's a competitive game. And so I would play in these games a lot. And I remember one time, like I have a decent jump shot, you know? So I remember one time I was just, you get in the zone sometimes when you play basketball, where you're just hitting things like shot after shot.
Yeah.
I remember this kid, he played corner, a position in football. And they left me unguarded, and he yelled at the other guy. He's like, "You can't leave Tom unguarded." And I was just like, I started crying, you know, because I was just, but it felt so good. Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
It's 20 years later, and I'm still like,
You're
I remember that kid.
Still basking in that
Yeah.
that glory.
And sometimes when I'm driving, I'll be like, "You can't leave Tom unguarded." It is the best.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, I do like to see like a diverse, like when I was in Atlanta,
Yeah.
I saw like Muslim women in
Yeah.
hijab at a comedy show. I was like, I've never seen a woman
It's
in
fun
hijab.
to see the diversity.
It's cool as shit. And in the same room, it was like the woman in hijab, and then like the black couple, the tatted couple, and then like the older couple. Like, why are you guys here? And then everybody's having a good time. You're like, oh, this is
By the
this is
way,
awesome.
sometimes, I don't know if you ever get this, I'll do shows where somebody will be like, "You need more like diversity at your show." I'm like, yeah, I don't pick
It's
who
not
comes.
you. Yeah.
Like, you can spread that around.
Yeah. You're
Like,
not making rules
yeah,
at the
man.
club or the venue.
They're not like, "Nah, sorry, we looked at the list and you're not allowed in." It's just whoever bought the tickets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
It is
funny.
fun when it's more mixed up, for
Well,
sure.
and I had 2 women, Muslim women, wearing the full stuff. And I was like, that's very rare.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before in all these years, unless I just haven't noticed it. But I like it too in Salt Lake City when the Mormons come out. And one time I asked them, like, who's Mormon? And they cheer. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
are you supposed to be here? Like, I love that.
First show I ever did in Salt Lake City, there was a woman breastfeeding at the show. It was
cool.
at the club. And I was like, "Is this supposed to happen?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, she's just, I'm like, she's breastfeeding in the showroom."
Oh,
and they're
wow.
like, "It's fine." I was
Yeah.
like,
They're very
okay.
family oriented down
oh, I
there.
forgot the other one. When black guys tell you have a big dick. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be in a urinal and the black guy will be like, "Man, that's a big ass dick you got." And I'll be like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Stupid. I do love black people so much.
Another black compliment.
Well,
I feel like a black woman telling me I'm attractive just hits different too.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. How do they tell you?
No, just like if you're like just the compliment or being like hit on feels different than
Some old
some
boring
fucking white lady.
white bag of bones.
Yeah, some white broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
You know,
I did have the first, so you say black guys approve of your music. Well, very seldom do they.
By the way, I remember being at
What?
Flappers with you,
Yeah.
and the black guy walked up to you and was like, "What's up?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm married." He's like, "That's cool." And he had his phone out.
Oh.
He's like, "Let me get your number."
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I have kids and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh yeah, and I was like, I have 2 children with
He
this
was
man.
like, so what?
Yeah, I'm like, not really. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had a great velour jumpsuit on. See, again, fashion forward. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, where'd you get that jumpsuit?
Oh, there you go.
And then
you
I-
left that part of the story out.
No, I told you that. He's like, oh, I designed these. And I was like, that's fucking rad.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, can I get your number? And I was like, no, I'm married, my husband, kids, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But he did have a great jumpsuit on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annie made a good point.
What's that?
Go ahead, Annie.
I was saying that, I got catcalled one time by a gay black dude in San Francisco. And I remember it feeling super good. But it was because I just knew, like, he wouldn't bullshit me, you know? Like, I know
That's what it is.
what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he
So-
doesn't have time to talk shit.
It's not like tokenism. It's not like, a black person is it. It's that as somebody that lives in this society, you feel like when any of those things are told to you, that it would only be told to you by a black person who means it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
true.
You feel like the person's only going to be like, you're funny as shit because they really think that. Mm-hmm. Or they're only going to be like, your outfit's super dope, like, because it's not like just to be nice.
That's true. Because, right?
Yeah,
it's
because it's like when you kill, doing stand up when you kill for a black audience, you feel like you really earned it. You're like, they give it up when you put
really
on the
do
good
it.
show.
Yeah.
And I feel like all those compliments fall into that. No, they all fall into like someone's only going to say it to you because they really
They
think
legit mean it. It's not bullshit, not flattery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't, like, play ball, you know? It's
No.
like, if we say it, we mean it. And it's the opposite, too, on a lot of other people. They'll come up to you. Fucking Ashley will come up to you and say, that's such a nice outfit.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's not.
Exactly.
It's trash. Why'd they say that?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
It's also,
they keep it real.
It's the honesty. It's also credibility. Because Ashley saying like, you look really good, right? Those are nice shoes. You're like, yeah, but you're not a fucking shoe expert.
Yeah. Where's your fashion,
Yeah.
Ashley?
Yeah.
That's true.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Plus,
somebody like Ashley being like, you're good at basketball. You're like, you don't fucking know what basketball. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, because, God, I know I'm not going to say this tactfully, and you guys are going to want to edit this out, but
Go for it.
okay. So, well, culturally, isn't it black people who are known to keep it real? That's part of a cultural thing of like, hey, we don't bullshit. We keep it real. You keep it 100. That's the thing. I think that's what I personally love about black culture is there's no bullshit there. So
Right.
I think that's why this stuff matters more. That's how I see this whole thing, right? Like they keep it real. If you suck, that's why we respect black audiences a lot. If you suck, you're going to fucking hear.
Sandman's going to come and kick you off the
100%.
stage. Yeah.
The Sandman.
Yeah. Sweep your ass off the
Woo!
stage. Yeah.
That's real. And then if you do well, they'll stand up and give you their heart and give you their life. See, that's what's really interesting, right?
I remember this black guy
That's cool, though. I like that.
Cleveland one time when like at a moment of like transition where it's quiet, he goes, this motherfucker's put me to sleep. Like that. Like everybody could hear. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too when you talk some shit
Yeah.
and you hear someone go, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, that was a good sound.
Yeah.
Good morning, Julia. Did you like that highlight? Why not watch a whole episode or look at other highlights here, or you can subscribe right here so you know when that.
You dumb broad.
What? I did that right. I know I did. Did I do that right?